We back in 2023. We hadn't did a live since 2022. Been traveling, been enjoying the holidays, and now we're back
Back.
wholesaling 24/7. Uh, so me and Dad repping the GA, coming off of a big win. So
It's a good day to be a fan. It's a good day to be, born and raised in Georgia. Isn't that right, Byron?
you are stupid, man.
Isn't that right?
I guess it's a good day to be a dog, right? It's a good day to be a dog.
Good day to be a dog.
It's surrounded by cats. But
Got one over here.
oh man. But anyway, so man, we're gonna jump right into this thing, man. We're gonna jump right into it. We can talk about wholesaling today. What's going on in this new year? What do we predict for the year? And
Wow.
so we're gonna jump right into this thing. Thad, what's been going on with you so far this year, man? On the wholesaling
what
side.
what hasn't been going on with me? I got my first I wouldn't say commercial deal earlier since the last time we've talked. I got a single family mess, but I mean I'm gonna get paid. You see this over here? I'm gonna get paid though, but let me see what's been going on. So the multifamily that was good. I made some mistakes. I could have made more money, but I'm probably gonna have to use that. Have you heard of that website? We go look.
Oh yeah, I heard of it. People that go out there
I'm
and check out the property for you.
I'm probably gonna have to use we go look next time to increase my my bargaining power. Let me see what's going on before the buyer does. So that's the first thing. And as far as the other one, I guess I squeezed some lemon juice from a rock. So that's not too bad. I had a rock and now I got some lemon juice. I'm close to having lemonade. It's not lemonade,
So
but
not eliminate yet.
I'm not gonna die of thirst. So that's what I got going on. 10 days in to the new year. What
Ten
about just
days in, man. 10 days in.
what
So
about yourself?
10 days in, my VA has been busting a butt, getting stuff under contract. So got a closing coming up in 10 days, right? Got a closing coming up in 10 days. Put two more properties under contract. Got an inspection for those this week, so we'll see what happens with those two. Um, my other flip should be getting wrapped up before the end of this month. Putting it on the market. So yeah, man, that's what's going on. Firing VAs, hiring VAs,
Firing, hiring.
always hiring and firing.
Oh, I didn't even mention that, but yeah. Oh, look, we got maybe a new testing platform.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe,
a new
maybe,
tech platform.
maybe.
Maybe. Let's see what happens. Um, but yeah, that's what's been going on in the new year, man. So, that what do you think is gonna happen with wholesale? Like me and Thad have seen a few people like talk about it's like this wholesaler went out of business. This wholesaler went out of business. So there's some wholesalers that's been going out of business, right? So that what do you see? And pause for 1 second to recognize Ali coming through, right?
Sup, Ali?
What's going on, man? Happy New Year's to you. And Jamie Buck, right? Jamie Buck said, "Roll Tide." The
Roll
Tide was
Tide,
rolling.
roll
I
Tide,
tell you, I didn't see
roll,
Alabama nowhere on that screen last
roll
night.
toilet paper,
Oh
roll,
yeah, I
roll.
saw Nick Saban up there.
Oh yeah, man, I love. I did this myself. I did this myself. Got my own razor out. But yeah, I need to get a fresh cut though. But I appreciate you noticing.
Yeah. So, um, what do you think is going to happen with wholesaling this year?
What's gonna happen with wholesaling this year?
Yeah.
As far as this summer and this spring, I think it's gonna water some of the plants, some of the wholesalers that weren't getting no love, say like this October, November, December, because no matter what market, there are a lot of people who decide to move during the school year. I mean, I'm sorry, after the school year ends. So there will be some opportunities coming here. It's about to rain. Get your umbrellas, get ready, get your buckets. Um, After that, as far as the next winter, because I don't know, man. You asking for the whole year? I'd say my prediction for this 6 months is that they've already done. I mean, they've raised interest rates. They said that if they do raise interest rates again, they're not gonna be as high as high as they raised them the first couple times, and they might not raise them at all. They said they're not going to lower them. They're not going to lower them. They said, but they said they might not have to raise them. They're just going to keep an eye on inflation. So people are going to be selling. Coming soon. Like this from January to maybe August, September, people are
Yeah.
gonna be selling. So
Yeah.
like this is the best time of the year to be a wholesaler. Like
Yeah.
it's like you work for Amazon and it's about to be Christmas season. This is about to be
Yeah.
the Christmas season for wholesalers, which is the summertime. So you
Yeah.
just need to be getting yourself ready, for the summertime. So that I feel pretty good about that. But next say October, November, December of this year, I don't know yet. I'm not
That may not be
Nostradamus.
good.
I'm not Nostradamus.
So
you
you better
gotta
run it up while the getting is good.
yeah, you better run it up. You know how bears, eat a lot of calories and then they hibernate, like you better eat a lot of calories, while it's raining. But I can't really say, I can't really put out, in the future. Like I can't go out that far, but I don't know, man. What you think?
I think that, like we talked about, you wholesaling right now, you wholesaling during hard times, you figure out how to make money, right? I think anytime you find an active buyer, anytime you find an active buyer, then you should be on the hunt, right? So if you have somebody that will buy it, you should be on the hunt, right? Because that's a deal, and the you know some people, all buying is not the same, right? Some people buy at a price that really works, right? Some people buy at a price that's good enough where it's like, dang, this person's being aggressive, right? The more aggressive the buyer is being, the more aggressive I would be, right? So you got an aggressive like that, got an aggressive buyer in South Georgia
I
that'll
gotta
buy up all kind of stuff. It's like, shoot, I gotta find this man as much as I can
find
find him.
something,
You know what I'm
find him anything,
saying? I
find him
gotta check
land,
his pockets. I gotta check his
find
pockets. Right? It's like,
find him
I gotta see how much
anything.
money this man got, man. You know what I'm
Trailer
saying?
park, piece of
I'm
land,
yeah, I'm throwing
McDonald's.
everything at
You buy
it.
McDonald's, still buy McDonald's,
Yeah.
man.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, the more aggressive your buyers are, the more aggressive you should be. Is what I would say. So, and if you don't have an aggressive buyer, your job is to find an aggressive buyer. If you find an aggressive buyer, then it's time to just go. Right? After that, it's time to go and bring whatever you can find to them. Right? And let them know, hey, look, this is what I got. What you think? Hey, bring it to them, create a relationship with them, and bring them the properties, right? So that's what I would say. That's in any time. But I do think that people, like that said, people are gonna buy and sell more when it's hot outside. But I don't see people sitting on the sideline for a whole year, right? If people continue, if a lot of buyers continue to sit on the sideline for a whole year, then it's gonna get worse. Right? So prices have dropped, but you tell me people gonna sit on the sideline a whole another year, it's gonna get pretty bad. So And then obviously interest rates going to impact all of that. But I just think as long as you can do stuff that makes sense and you have somebody that's willing to actively buy, then you're good to go. Right. So what's up, Terrence? But yeah, man, that's my thoughts. So uh, but shoot, what do you think wholesalers should be doing right now? Then that like going into this year, what do you think? If I want to get into wholesaling, what do you think I should be doing now?
I think that before we were very, or at least I was very wide in my wholesaling. Like I mean, like huge, lists. I would be more like precise, maybe be more surgical about my wholesaling, because you're gonna save money, you're gonna trim the fat. Um, I would target, high return, low risk, type of leads. You know, um, Now I know some people. I know a guy who buys pay per click leads. I want to say he paid like $400 for a lead, and he said the lead was good, and he almost made $10,000 dollars off that lead. You know, I don't really do that kind of stuff, but I'm just meaning more so like probate, or more so like vacant out of state owners, more so like people with liens, uh seniors, maybe people thinking about getting out of the real estate game that have like 8 houses or something. Normally if you can do one house, they'll let you do all of them. If you can prove that you can sell one house, then they're like, oh, okay, I also got this house, this house, this house, this house.
Yeah,
Um, and that's not going to cost you a lot of money, you know, to do that. And the lists are going to be smaller, so it shouldn't cost you a lot of time either. And you can work that list across a big, multiple states, like this, old people, vacant, probate, you know, across the southeast or something. But that's my opinion of how not to go broke in 2023. But
how not to go broke? Because a
but
lot of people are going broke. A lot of wholesalers are going broke. But like I said, man, I think one of the keys is like just find that active buyer because that's gonna give you your best odds of when you're texting people and calling people. If you run into something, that's gonna give you the best odds already having a buyer right there. Because sometimes, like, I'm pretty sure Thad's run into some deals. I've ran into some deals that I may have thought, man, this ain't no deal, whatever. I send it to that buyer just to run it by them, and next thing you know, they see the opportunity, and then they're like, oh yeah, I can do something with this deal. You know what I'm saying? So long as you got somebody that's interested in selling, if you got that buyer that's aggressive, then you got a lot of potential to get a deal. What you think that?
no, I most definitely agree. I would try to get buyers in those, like have it aligned, you know, with your probate, with your other thing. But you can still be aggressive, as well. It depends on the markets. It's because some markets are more saturated than other markets. But as far as the maybe that probate list, or maybe that senior list or the vacant list, um, I agree with Byron. Especially if you got an aggressive buyer, but you don't want to spend too much money on lead. Like I have spent, who knows how much money on them Texas leads. I don't know, like 10 grand. I don't know, 15 grand, 20 grand.
Just start
Probably
that
maybe
pizza
not
joint.
20. Yeah, man. I could be working on my secret sauce with all that money. But I agree with Byron. Get you the buyer, and then try to get those lists in those places. You can still do the other lists too, but I'm just saying, those other lists are going to be like pennies. Like you could have a whole wholesaling operation for like $200 or something if you're doing the right list. You know,
Yeah,
um, rather than spending thousands,
yeah,
thousands and thousands and not making no money. So
yeah.
you see, Ali
Got it.
asked a
Go ahead, Thad. My bad.
No, no, no. I said you see Ali asked about the new texting platform.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm over here ordering groceries, ordering food or something.
It's just
So Ali said, "What new text platform y'all looking to transition to?" Well, it's really an old
oh,
platform, which is Lead Sherpa. Lead Sherpa is something that I use at when I was first getting started, and then we transitioned to launch control because Cass mentioned launch control, and I mentioned it at that, and we went to try launch control. And so uh, we was talking about like looking around at what other people had, and Thad brought up to me that hey, Launch Control got this deal. You can take this many people for this much. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's better than the deal we got right now. So um, that's why we're looking into it right now. So,
yeah, looking into.
but Alex said, what would you say was the hardest state for you to wholesale in? I would say California, just because of the prices and the amount of competition. You got a ton of people, and you got high behind prices. So I would say that's probably the hardest state to wholesale in. But there's people out there in California running it up, so that wouldn't stop me from wholesaling there, right? Just wouldn't run that first. So what do you think about like
Well,
what text platform would you say, like if I was in, like hypothetically, Dad, let's say you had somebody come to you hypothetically and ask you, hey man, can you give me guidance in this wholesaling thing? Can you mentor me, Dad?
yeah.
Right? I know you don't do that kind of stuff, but will you mentor me? Right. So,
Okay.
what if they ask what text platform should I use? What would you say, and why? And what should be the strategy of using this text platform? Like, are they trying to get out the most amount of text? Or are they trying to like
Before
give
I,
me some
before I,
advice on text
before
platforms? Because I know
before I,
you like geeked out on.
but before I answer that, I just want to go back to Alex's question. When he said the hardest, I would say non-disclosure states are going to be naturally harder because you can't look on Zillow, you can't look on PropStream and see like how much are people buying houses for. How do you run comps? You're gonna have to like chain yourself to an agent and send them all like have them go on the MLS and look and see how much these properties were sold for. So it's going to be a lot more work in any non-disclosure state. I don't know if California is a non-disclosure state, but I will say that non-disclosure states add an extra layer of difficulty because like how much are these properties really worth? You know, I that's why when I put my money into Texas, I did not know it was a non-disclosure state at the time, and so I was already starting on the wrong foot, you know,
Mhm.
But that's just my take on that. Um,
Let's answer Cody question real quick. Should I go at the pre foreclosure list as well?
I think so. I see no reason why not to. You know,
Mhm.
you zero. I mean, what do you think, Byron?
I think so. Pre foreclosure lists are good. I would definitely do that. Like I'm looking at pre foreclosure lists right now when it comes to trying to do these short sales. So, but let's jump back into
Mm,
this tech platform. I know you.
okay. Well, I was gonna say one more thing, Cody. If you do that, before you do that, you should maybe I don't know. Is this in the course, Byron? You should
Nah, nah.
turn up the volume if y'all can. Turn the volume up, man. On both of us.
My volume's at the max. I don't know.
Are we both quiet?
I hear
Uh,
it's fine.
I hear it's pretty good, but
I can't turn up the volume no more than what I got it. So,
you talk louder.
well, I don't know, dude. That my volume is at the
Your
max.
voice, yeah, your voice is all at the max too. Uh,
Yeah,
but but but
yeah.
Cody, what I was gonna say is before you do that pre foreclosure or while you're doing it, I don't know if you've bought Byron's course, but Byron, have do you mention anything about sub twos or owner finance or any other things. If I'm not sure if you do or not, but
Well, in my mastermind, I do the short sale stuff. So if you're interested in short sale,
okay.
it's definitely big. I think you can really
Okay,
run it
so
up. You can get
so he
into it.
meant he mentions the short sales because Cody, pre foreclosure, they are about to lose their home, and so you need some solutions to, like, in your tool bag. You can wholesale it, but you might have to short sell it. So might have to look at borrowing stuff. You might have to do sub two. You might have to like sub two. I don't know. Set up an Airbnb. I don't know, but you might have to look at some creative ways to get them out of their situations that aren't normal wholesaling. So,
Yeah,
but when you get those properties, you just be thinking, don't just think wholesale, think short sale, sub to, like, how to save them from their situation.
that's a good point. Uh, so people are Cody saying volume's good. Alex said it's good. So smooth criminal, you got to check out your volume, man. Hopefully
Check your
our volume
speakers. Check the
is
speakers, man. Yeah.
good. Hopefully our volume is good. I know a lot of times my technologies be a little off, but hopefully it's good this time. But anyways, I wanted to go back to Ali's question about text platforms
My bad.
because
My
I know
bad.
that I know texting is a very effective way to reach sellers. So as a beginner, I think it's probably really effective to start texting people. So that give us your advice on where would you start with this? Just advice on texting.
Depending on your budget, a Google Voice is always,
And what
kind.
kind of budget? Like, talk about the numbers. Like, tell
Oh,
me how much is this going to cost me,
well,
Dad?
we'll go with the free plan. Like, who was that? We had that person about wholesaling off the MLS one time. We'll go with
Yeah,
the
so Dad,
Walker.
you gonna tell me how? So you gonna teach me
I'm
how
gonna
to
tell you
walk
how
to
to walk.
California?
Yeah, this is the Walk to California plan right here. All right, Walk to California plan. Go to Google. Get your Google Voice, and it'll give you a new phone number. And from there you can have it on your computer and you can copy and paste, like, your main template, and just put the seller's name and their address in this template that you already wrote. Just copy paste, like, you could just notepad copy paste. I think you'll be able to do that faster than doing it on your phone. I think that's just my opinion. Um, you don't want to do it from your phone number, because, I mean, I would not want to do it from my phone number, because you're gonna have sellers from across the nation calling and texting you back at any time of the day. You at the movies with your girl? Oh, it's a seller. You praying before your meal? It's a seller. Like, you don't want that. You want it to know that when it comes to this number, do I need to say, hello, this is Thaddeus, what blank 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 company, how you doing today? Only when it comes from this number. You don't want to have to worry every time you answer your phone which voice to use, you know, or maybe use the same voice. So that's the free cheap way of doing it. Now I really liking Lead Sherpa right now, because their cheapest plan is $500 a month, and you get 1,200 initial messages a day, and 1,200 initial messages a day. You probably don't have enough leads to actually fill that 1,200 initial messages a day. So you probably have to do like me and Byron did, and get you a partner, and get y'all a prop stream, and buy y'all a bunch of leads, and then test it, because you probably don't have 1,200 messages a day to even send.
How much that 1,200 cost again, Dad?
$500 a month.
So you split it in half. Now you're paying what?
250, 250.
You're paying 250 and 250. Prop screen, how much you paying?
$100.
So 50 and 50. So you had 300. Now after
Technically
that,
125. If you pay $25, it's really extortion. If they extort you for the extra $25, your skip traces will be 10 cents a lead, which, skip traces add up. So I just rather give you the $25 for my skip traces to be 10 cents versus my
well,
skip
what
traces
I'm
being
saying, add that. What What if you ain't skip tracing as much though? What do you think?
Well, you if you texting a 1,200 people a day, you're gonna have to skip trace something.
Yeah,
Gonna have
but
to.
you're not. You're texting 600 people a day.
But I'm saying between both of y'all, the other person gonna have to
Oh,
do.
yeah.
The other person gonna have to.
So
So
maybe I don't know. I hadn't done the math on that. I really hadn't looked into that at all.
Byron don't look at the pennies. He just he's like
No, I don't
he
skip
just
trace on
he
prop
just
screen. I don't skip trace on prop screen.
he
I
just
skip trace
slap his
on
hand.
circle.
How much is Lead Sherpa? It's more than in case y'all
15
don't know. Yeah, see that's why because Byron said it's 15 cent, no problem.
comes to skip tracing, I don't
15
play. You pay for skip. That's one thing I learned very early. Don't try cheaping out on skip tracing. Just pay the bill. It's like, some things is say, hey, just pay that bill. You know, the skip tracing is one of those, just pay the bill, right?
See,
Just do it.
I've heard reports of some companies just wholesaling their leads from other companies. Now, I'm not saying Lead Sherpa is one of those companies, but they might just be getting theirs from from prop streaming and just saying, "Hey, 15 cents." Now they probably not,
Good.
but they could be.
They could
They
be.
could be.
My only thing is, it's like if I'm doing something that works, like that's the really the lifeline of
What?
your business is getting the contacts, right? So it's like if I'm going to this person and they're giving me contacts and I'm contacting the people and they're actually answering and I'm getting deals, I'm not gonna stop going to that person. I'm keep going to Lee Sherpa until it's not producing, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of why
Right.
I'm stuck
15
on.
cents, 15 cents over there. If you do the 125, you get it down to 10 cents. I mean, PropSheet is a big company. It's not a small company. So I'm pretty sure they're doing pretty good,
Yeah. I
with
mean, I'm
sourcing
pretty
their
sure you find
leads.
on props. Like I said, I tell people prop screen, back skip tracing, need to skip, skip vault. It's a couple of them out there that you could use. All good, right?
Yeah.
I choose to use Lead Sherpa.
Then he
You
chooses
can
to
use,
use.
use the other ones. It's fine with you. At some point, it becomes what you believe in, right? It's like if you can believe in that and it works for you, go for it. You know what I'm saying? And I say that about all different platforms, texting, cold calling, whatever platforms. Do what makes sense for you, right? Because like that's the most important thing. Because when it don't make sense to you, you ain't gonna have the confidence. You ain't, you you just not gonna do it. Like it's not gonna happen. Like if you put me on REI reply, I would be struggling, right? Just because it's like I don't like the way that this looks. I don't like the way that they have everything right here. Like I do not like this, right? It's like it has to make sense to me. It has to look right to my brain, right? My brain has to be able to look at that, and it doesn't stress my brain out,
There's a
right?
guy. But
Seriously, dude.
but yeah, so on the cheap, you get your partner, y'all split it up. I'm trying to think of anything else y'all might need. Y'all probably be good. Y'all, I
Yeah.
mean, y'all probably be real
300
good.
bucks got your operation rolling. You skip trace with any other money you got. So I would
Yeah,
say $500 a month. You should have at least an okay business going,
yeah.
right? 500 bucks a month get your okay business going. But dude, where else you gonna go and start a business for $500 a month? You know that could turn around and make you six figures. It's like, you know, goodness, you know, I don't know. How hard is it to make $500 a month? Can't be that hard. It's like $100 and some a week, right?
Yep.
That's probably 2 days of Papa John's. You making $100. It's like, I guarantee with 2 days at Papa John's, you make over $100, right? Even if you just work 5 hours, right? Because Papa John's, you're gonna make at least $10 an hour, at minimum. I'm talking about tips. Right? I'm talking about the tips. You're gonna make at least $10 an hour.
People tipping at Papa John's. Oh, you mean no?
Tipping,
They
tipping.
They tipping when they
How
want.
much you tip pizza man that?
I go get mine, man. I
Oh,
go
here
get
you
mine.
go, Thad.
And then I went and got mine, and somebody said, you know,
Can you leave a tip?
yeah, yeah. What? I
What's
left
my good
my
to get
I
it?
left my house for this, man. You tip me. What you talking
You know
about?
how to do that? It's like, can you leave a tip? I pulled out my pocket, handed it to myself, handed it to yourself because you delivered it to yourself.
Isn't updating the Shaq said PropStream isn't updating the pre foreclosure list in multiple markets that I'm in.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I really, I'm not like a specific list guy. That means like I don't target like specific probate, specific code violations, specific pre foreclosure, specific liens. I'm a specific to the buyer type guy. If I got a buyer, they're in this area, they're buying this stuff. Okay, let me target that stuff, right? Because it doesn't matter to me if the property is in probate, code violations, or the person is doing just fine. Like I got a person that's doing just fine in Atlanta. They just want to sell their property and they selling it for cheap, right? I want to target him too because my buyer wants to buy his type of property. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm a specific to the buyer type guy. I don't know.
Monogamous wholesaler relationship. None of that poly stuff, monogamous wholesaling. We coined it here. We coined it today. Monogamous wholesale.
Oh my god! Hey, that bring me an education kicking in.
Oh man.
Oh my man.
Okay,
But
Bernard
anyway,
Fitzgerald. Okay, Bernard Fitzgerald.
it doesn't matter.
But
Who going down there? Who know what that's at, dude? You
the pops, the
shh,
pop, yeah.
don't tell nobody.
Oh man.
But anyway, so prop screen isn't updating. Well, shoot, I don't know what to do about that, man. Maybe you can contact prop screen and ask them about it. That would be something I would try to do. Like anytime we having a problem with any kind of software or something, we try to reach out to them and see is there anything they could do to try to resolve the issue, or is there any kind of different way you can access that information or something. So that's what I would do. So and y'all can keep asking questions. Thad's just talking about like the text and stuff. So Thad, you said what should they do as far as texting?
We went over the freeway, or the cheap way. We went over the not so free $500. Um, you actually had to be a little bit more involved with what lead Sherpa than prop stream. But when you have VAs, like we have VAs, like Byron said earlier today, even if it is a little bit more work, we don't have to do it. So because on Lead Sharper, you have to physically send every message. So if you're sending 6,000 messages a day, 10,000 messages a day, 20,000 messages a day, that means you had to click send 20,000 times. Get your finger game ready. Um, 20,000 times versus on launch
Zero
control.
times if you
Launch
get a
control, you can just press enter and it'll send them. Just hold enter down.
yeah.
So it's good for your arthritis. If you got arthritis or carpal tunnel or something maybe, but they make you pay for it. They make you pay for that convenience. Um, they have this other stuff called skip spinner tokens and stuff, but we typed out some manual ones. You know, so should I explain the spinner tokens?
Yeah, yeah, man. Just I would say so you would advise people to use Lead Sherpa or Launch Control or Batch Leads. Like what text platform would you use as a beginner? And then like what do you think are the most important things for them to do once they get on that platform? Like what should they be doing?
Okay, as a beginner, I would say lead sharper. And another reason that launch control bothers me, even though like even if I had $1 million every month for wholesaling, one thing about, well, maybe not a million. Let's say if I had $5,000 a month for wholesaling. I mean, just for my marketing budget of wholesaling, $5,000 a month. The thing that really bothers me about lunch control is that I cannot control when people get the messages.
Oh
So,
yeah.
so like if you put like sometimes a seller might have like maybe three supposedly phone numbers, and you're not sure which phone number it is. When you hit send, it's going to send one phone number first day, one phone number the next day, and then one phone number on the third day. So we could text people on Friday, and then the third person is getting text on Sundays. And a lot
Mm,
of sellers do not like getting text on Sundays.
nope.
So what how do you fix that? Oh, don't text on Fridays. Like what you would do is you would upload the list with just the first phone numbers being used. Then you upload the list again with the second phone numbers being used. Then you upload the list again with third phone numbers being used. But there's a lot more work. Like I guess if I did have like a crazy budget and had multiple VAs to control multiple things, like little bitty things like that, you could do that. But I think you're better off most definitely as a new wholesaler doing lead Sherpa. Um, you said what do you do first? What was your
Like, what
question?
would you do inside of the platform? Like, should they be
Okay,
like, what's it important? It's like I get lead Sherpa. Okay, what's gonna help me get deals? What should I be doing inside of this platform?
what's gonna help me get deals? Okay, so you got your initials, you got your follow ups. A lot of times you might not get a deal the first time you text the list. Don't lose heart. Don't be like, oh, it's
So I
not
shouldn't
working.
quit. So I shouldn't text them, and then if nobody responds, I just quit.
Yeah, don't just quit. I have talked to wholesalers that are still wholesaling to this day. They don't wholesale by texting, and they said, I was texting people. I tried 2 months and I didn't get a deal. I quit. I said, I said, I said, wow. How many times did you text the list? Uh, Twice. I'm like, wow. And you text them twice and you just quit. And yeah, man, I didn't get a deal. Um, I would say if you were texting people, maybe 6 months or something, and you're getting, no traction, like it doesn't look like nothing, like stuff's falling through. It might be the area. It could be the area you texting. They might be getting a high volume of text. Maybe you should text someplace else. But you know, I would say when you're getting back texts from sellers, and the texts are saying like "If you go die," uh, get a real job. And when
Oh
they're
yeah,
saying stuff like that,
get a real job.
uh, stop playing on my phone. I told you before. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it. When you get in a high volume of those texts, you're probably testing a place that has a lot of wholesalers. And when you're texting people and people say, "God bless you, have a great day," what? When they're like really, really polite to you, you're like, man, these people must not be getting a lot of texts because they're like, they
That's so
acting like
nice.
they're so nice to me. Like, I swear, man, I swear, like I noticed, like I'm like, this is probably gonna be a good list, and then like, this is looking kind of rough.
People are
Uh,
turning me down nicely. It's gonna be a good list.
yeah, people turning me down nicely. It's gonna be a good list. That's just, I mean, that's an opinion, but it's kind of like one of those people with arthritis when you can tell it's gonna rain. Like I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it when the people are being nice. I can feel it. There's something about it. Um, but so make sure you're doing your follow ups. Make sure you're doing follow ups. Make sure you're doing your follow ups. People say when you texting, they're gonna say, "Hey, I want to sell after the new year." Okay, if you talk to somebody in October and they want to sell after the new year, then probably around like the middle of December, you want to hit them up again and say, hey, I talked to you back in October. I remember you said you wanted to sell after the new year. So, can we set up a time and first week of January, second week of January that we can, sit down and have a conversation. But you want to do that before the the new year because they probably told other wholesalers the same thing.
Yeah.
And in that time that you've been, so you want to make sure that, hey, you remember me, like, put yourself back in the forefront of their conscious. you
Yeah.
know you want to make sure that, hey, I'm associating selling my house with Byron Scott. If I sell my house, I'm selling to Byron Scott. I'm going to Byron Scott. I'm going to Byron Scott. you know yeah, that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
um so make sure you're doing your follow-ups. If somebody wants to be called at 10 o'clock at night, call them at 10 o'clock at night. If somebody wants to be called at 6 o'clock in the morning, call them at 6 o'clock in the morning. Um,
Gotta be flexible.
make sure you're available. Make sure you're flexible. Make sure you're doing your follow ups. Make sure your follow ups, as in they say they want to sell later, hit them up later. B, your follow ups, as in do the same list, multiple times. Don't just do the list twice and say, "Oh, this is a bad list," unless everybody is saying, you the spawn of Satan or something. Then you might want to choose, you know, a different kind of town. Maybe that's just me with my arthritis, but that might need to pick a different kind of town. Any other things for the new wholesalers when it comes to testing?
New
Um,
wholesalers.
be careful. Make sure you have enough templates. If you do not have enough templates, at least before the 10 DLC rules, if you do not have enough templates, they would mark your messages as spam, and your numbers would the messages would not get to the sellers. Like, you would think you were sending messages, but your deliverability rate would be really low. So you want to make sure that they're getting the messages. And one of the ways to do that is to have a large number of templates, because for some reason carriers seem to like it if you have a large variation in messages. I know when I say a large variation, you're like, how many is that? Because it's a random number. For instance, we probably have at this point, and if you add all the different ways we say the same message, maybe like 60 messages. Should I count it? Should I count and see how many we got? You want to count?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on, let
Let's
me add
see
it.
how many we got.
We got a bunch now. Hold on. Let me. I'm gonna count for y'all so y'all can see how many we got. One.
Let's see.
Byron, you should count. Byron, tell one of the VAs to count this while we live. And
Crazy.
I got it up here, but it's on this screen. Let me put it on the screen and I'll count it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87,
Goodness.
88, 89,
God almighty.
90, 91,
Oh my
92,
God.
93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 14, 115, 116, 117, 118,
Oh
119,
yeah.
120, 121,
All right.
122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130.
130.
Whew.
God almighty. But you don't have to have that many.
You don't have to have that many, but we have
But
130.
more that you have, the better. Like
They're
you have to
better.
invest time and in writing them, and it's
It's a
important.
it's a money making activity.
It's a money making activity. You gotta do it to make money, right? Um, so you really need it. So hey, let's answer a few of these questions though. I think I just do one up
You
here.
miss you miss Sharice.
Oh yeah.
What's
Hey, I
going
got
on,
two
Shanice?
potential deals. Very likely they will close. Hey.
You starting the year off right, Sharice?
There we go, Sharice. Hey, go ahead and close them and come back and tell us how it went. So Ali said, do y'all have goals for the new year? I don't think I set goals as far as wholesaling. I set goal to have two more rental properties, at least two more trucks, um, and then wholesaling, like I'm just keeping the business consistent, letting the chips fall. But I want two more rental properties, um, two more trucks. That's
I
my
I did not have a goal, but now that you've said that, Ali, I'm gonna say that I would like. Okay, I'm not gonna say I would like. My goal is to do a sub two deal before the end of the year because I haven't done one yet. It's been 2 years. Uh, and to do I've done owner financing like my in my own lifetime before the wholesaler, but I guess it'd be nice to have one done this year. But sub two I haven't done. Short sale I haven't done. So I want to do two of those before the end of the year. Today's the 10th, so two of those. The rest of the stuff I can't really control so much, you know. But I'm gonna try to get those two things done before the end of the year.
stuff. All right, Cody said you guys still using local numbers or toll free numbers for texting. No, I was just gonna let you answer.
Oh, we just picked the market, and they will automatically give us 10 numbers right now. Lead Sherper has given us 10 numbers. Launch Control will give you numbers. Actually, no, Launch Control does not give you numbers. Launch
No.
Control will send you just hold down enter, and they send it whenever they want to send it. But Lead Sherpa will give you 10 numbers. You can also buy Trilio numbers if you want to, but if you do a good job of keeping a lot of templates, then your number should not be marked as spam, and you should be able to just rock with your 10 numbers, without having to uh, do anything. Right now, they have 100% delivery rate guaranteed, 100% guaranteed delivery rate. And Lead Sherpa, but we testing that out. We can't really say if it's true or not quite I mean yet. So but no, we are using our Georgia local numbers
Yeah.
because we feel like, people know what ATL is, they know what we about. We could buy properties in Chicago from ATL, you know.
So Sharice says, was that 130 VAs? No, that was 130
Templates for
templates, initial
texting.
messages. Initial messages. So when you
Sorry.
initially send out a message.
Initial and follow-ups. Initial
Yeah,
and
and
follow-ups.
follow. Yeah.
And follow-ups.
So the initial one, yeah, the initial message and the initial follow-up message. Right. So Sharice says, how is the house coming? The house that I'm building is coming along. It's finishing up. Hopefully we'll close in March. Or before March. We'll see. It's supposed to give us like a 30-day notice. And it's January 10th. They haven't given us 30-day notice. So it's like we're gonna close sometime in February. So maybe February, maybe March. We're gonna see. But I'm in no rush. Like I said, man, this apartment about the best place I ever lived. So I'm inside of the best place I ever lived, and then I would be moving to you know, the best place I ever lived. So it's like I can't complain about where I'm at, but I do look forward to it. So, but I ain't rushing. Sharice laughs. So Bay Z says it's a possibility you do wholesaling completely free. Is it possible for you to do wholesaling completely free? That
Yes.
it is possible. Just like it is possible for us to be right here in Atlanta and walk all the way to California. Very possible. Very possible. Now, will we faint? How long will it take us? How long will it take you to walk from here to California, Pat?
I would probably hitchhike and get killed on the way or something. I'd be like, and just try my luck and get kidnapped or something. But I would probably get tired and like ride with the wrong person. But I guess if I were a straight up walk, I have no idea. I probably need a new pair of shoes before I get there, you know. But but yeah, Bazy, I would say if I was gonna, just thinking a little bit differently, if I was gonna try to do it for free, I would get just buyers, like because wholesalers need buyers. So maybe there would be some person on this live, or some person somewhere on Facebook or someplace. And they're gonna say, "Hey, I need a buyer for this deal," and you'll be like, "I got a buyer, JV with me," and that should not cost you any money. You just find buyers, but finding buyers can be difficult. But it you can wholesale for free. Just find buyers. Don't find sellers. Find buyers because the sellers, you got to have internet. And well, both ways. You still got to have internet, electricity, library.
So you can wholesale for free, right? It is like walking from Atlanta to California. But you could take off walking, and then there could be a generous person who says, "Hey, I'm going on to California. You can jump in the car with me." And they may actually be a nice person and drive you all the way out there, right?
Yeah.
That could happen. It could be a person who says, "Hey, you're walking to California. I'm going to do a good thing, and I'm going on a flight to California. I'm going to purchase you a ticket too, and we'll fly out there together." And then you may get there, quick. I'm just saying it could happen, but what are the chances of a person seeing you walking and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna buy you a plane ticket to California"? What are the chances somebody seeing you walking and pick you up in their car and drive you to California? Slim chances, right? That's
Yeah.
the same chances you have of wholesaling for free and actually making it, right? What you see on social media is wholesalers that are most time professional wholesalers that are spending thousands of dollars to wholesale. And they pitch to you that you can do it for free. So you professional and you pay thousands of dollars to do it, but you telling me go out here and try to do it for free. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, you know, trust me, I'm the king of free. I'm the king of free. It's like I
He's not.
struggle, right? Dude.
He's not lying.
I struggle with
Yeah.
letting go of free stuff, right? If you told me some food was free, I'm eating it regardless, right? It can be a possum, anything. The food is free. I'm eating it, right? Free is not always the answer. It's like this is like one of the biggest things I learned. Free is not always the answer, right? That's just like Keith Everett had a trainer. He was charging $5,000. If he'd have said free, I would have been in there, right? But he was charging $5,000. So I was like, nah, I ain't going to that. You know what I'm saying? That helped talk me into going. And then, but going and paying that $5,000 changed my whole life, changed everything. Because I took off after I paid $5,000. Now, would you be willing to pay a little bit of money so that you could take off in wholesaling real estate? If you are, you could be successful, right? Or willing to pay a little bit of money, $500, get a plane ticket to get out of California, right? If you are willing to pay, then you may just get up in California before before too long. How long did it take to get out on a plane, Pat?
To get another plane.
How long does it take to get out there to California on a plane?
about 5 hours, 4 hours.
Now take out walking and see what happens.
Like, basically, if you do try to do it for free, though, buyers, get it better, get you a bunch of buyers, and get you a bunch of buyers, man. That's
That's
a
the
lot of
best
work.
way to do it for free. Like that's and really that's just dispositions. Like you dispoing everybody's stuff. Like that's a good way to make money in wholesaling. Just dispoing, right? Another good way to make money is bird dogging. So going out there finding empty properties and bringing it to people who know how to wholesale, and then they do the deal and they give you like a bird dog fee, right? So, but yeah, you can do it completely for free, but if you really trying to get on it, you need to spend a little money. All right. So, any updates on your next group meeting, Byron? No, no updates right now, man. I haven't really set anything up. I got to talk to my event planner. So, I heard that. Grateful. Yeah, no doubt, man. Just grateful where I'm at and where I'm gonna be. But shoot, man, it's been almost an hour. Thing. Can you believe it? It's 30 minutes. That's crazy. I understand. Thank you. How much do you think I should start with? That? Come on.
I would start with at least. It depends if you got a partner. If you don't have a partner, probably 1,000. If you have a partner, probably 500.
500. But the thing is that I don't have $500.
It's tax season. I mean, do your taxes, and you should have $500.
Go make $500, man. Like, how
Oh,
hard is it to make $500?
oh,
Like,
make five
seriously.
hundred dollars, but it's tax season. You can pretty much get $500 back for breathing. If you had a
Probably.
job at any point last year, you should get $500 back this year from your taxes.
Yeah. But my thing is, like, dude, Uber Eats, Instacart, all this stuff out here, Papa John's, just go work somewhere. Make $500, and now you got $500. What stands in the way becomes the way. The obstacle is the way. It's like you just got to go. And so my thing is, you say, "Oh, I ain't got $500." So you're gonna let $500 stand in between you and where you trying to go. It's like seriously, you're gonna let $500 stand in between you and where you trying to go, right? You got some goal. That's why you trying to get into wholesale real estate. You got some goal, some dream, something that you want to do, right? You're gonna let $500 that you can go get doing all this stuff we just mentioned. You're gonna let that stand between you and what you want to do. And if that's the case, then you really don't want to do what you're trying to do. You might well just go be average. It's like go be like the rest of the people, just live average. It's like but there's nothing wrong with living average. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with living average. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can't say you want more than average, but you want to take average actions. It's like, you can't do that, right? Go ahead, Thad, like you're inching.
I know, man. I'm eating it up, man. I'm eating.
Okay, I thought you were about to jump on something.
You slapping that Bible?
I didn't slap that. This guy told me I be slapping. I ain't slapped the thing.
Byron been coaching and preaching up here. He got he got a word for y'all. So
He got a
yeah,
word.
so he was on it. You got that. You asked him the right question to get the glint in his eye. But
That's just get me fired up because it's like I didn't have $500 to get started. It's like, dude, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, go work and make $500. It's not that ain't the ultimate challenge, right? So. But anyways,
tax return.
you are crazy. Look around the house and sell some stuff. Yeah, look around the house and sell some stuff. Sell your freaking TV. I sold my shoes and was selling them for $100 a piece. Sell your shoes. Get rid of your phone. Go get a Walmart mobile phone. It costs like $25. I'll tell you. Hey, you can sell some. You can make some major money. You get
Byron,
that $25 plan for Walmart mobile.
remember what I told you? I said I don't need cell phone service on that the house. Remember when I
I'm
was
telling
little?
you.
Either way,
Hey, cut that trash off. You have found it out fast. So how's business been going? Business been going, man. For as much as you talk about recession and stuff, there's still activity. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta keep going, man. So everything's slowing down, but business is still going. So thankful for that.
but I think the new year's starting off right though. Like I feel like spring is on the way, and I had a lot of sellers say, I'll sell after the new year, or blah 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 blah. So it's after the new year. Um, we got well, we had Laura. We had Laura. What she do? Like, she did 2 contracts earlier
Yeah,
this
two
week.
contracts and one the first work day of the year. Two properties under contract. My VA got two properties under contract after the first day of the year.
Yeah, I got 3 contracts. I got 3 houses on the contract right now. Oh, one commercial building and two houses on the contract right now. Uh,
Crazy.
so so yeah,
So
it's starting off right.
it's still out there, man. This person said I sold 2 trucks 3 years ago to get started. True story. Dang, that's big time, man. Goodness gracious. So you gotta do what you gotta do to get going, man. But shoot, we've been on here over an hour, man. I gotta go and see what these kids talking about. Got kids getting out of school, all this stuff. But man, that always keep us on here for at least an hour. You know, that
And
comes in and we're here for an hour. My stuff is usually 30, 45 minutes. That shows up in this hour. But anyways, we appreciate that coming through. We appreciate y'all coming through. Wu Tang, Chat, uh, Bazy, Sharice, Ali, going up my shout out list. Cody, Alex, Smooth Criminal came through. Jamie Buck came through. Man, appreciate y'all, all y'all coming through, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.
it's time. Oh, tomorrow. All right, we'll
Tomorrow,
be back.
be
All
back.
right, we'll be back
Be back
tomorrow then.
for the show. So, peace out. Holler at us if you need us. And we'll see y'all next time.
See y'all next.
Dad is saying go dogs.
Dog.